Hi everybody. I'm doing pretty well so far. We're getting ready to head over back to Albuquerque for the weekend. So that's going to be fun. I found out that some of my friends are going to be going there as well. So who knows if I might even be able to hang out with them. That would be pretty cool. Um, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good. So when researching composers, I saw the one. I had to do it. I'm gonna do John Williams. How could you not? I mean, his music is some of the most iconic music of pop culture media out there. And it's just so good and so influential. And I'm sure if you brought it to someone who really care about classical music at all, they absolutely know his pieces, have to love his pieces. I mean, there's so much individuality in them, and you can have them both separate as standalone pieces, and also you can just imagine the scenes happening in the movie with those pieces. They're just so well made. So I still did a good amount of research for him. He learned how to do in his early life, learned how to play the piano at age 8. He was studied under someone named Bobby Van Epps. And in his early life, he also served in U.S. Air Force, which he did orchestrating and conducting service bands. He then studied at both Juilliard and UCLA, and it was in the mid 60s when he would begin to compose for television. And let me adjust this. There we go. And so, also during this time, he would begin to start scoring for films. He would mainly do comedy films, little things here or there, but what he would really, of course, be known for is like his golden age in 70s and 80s when he began to do scores for both Spielberg and George Lucas. So you know the movies, you know Jaws, you know Indiana Jones, you know Star Wars, you know them all. Like you, there's no way that there's one of his scores hasn't passed you. Um, what I didn't know is that he scored. I kind of knew, but not like fully, that he did every score for Spielberg's movies except for one, which was The Color Purple. But yeah, he was there, and he was everywhere. And so the best way that people described his music was a fundamentally romantic traditionalist, but he blended traditional music syntaxes and expressions with these avant-garde techniques and elements of popular music. So there's both, like when you hear these pieces, there's is that sense of romanticism, and but you can also see that intense like pop culture, popular music feeling going through them. And it would make sense, especially because his music is now definitely pop culture in itself. But he also did his own standalone stuff, which I think is really cool. Did a lot of concertos, some with flutes, violins, bassoons. There wasn't too many like names for them, but they were just referenced as concertos. He does have his own symphonies, things like that. So yeah, he's definitely got his own thing going on besides his film score. But mostly, you're probably gonna know him for his film score. And so the one that I decided to do, usually I try to go for either, when it comes to like some of these guys when they're doing these things for television, like one of the last ones I did, I try to go for some of their own individual work. But for this one, I had to do the theme of Jurassic Park. I really do love this song. Me and my friends ended up listening to the whole soundtrack at one point because we were playing some dinosaur board game. So we it's like we're all familiar with it. It's really good. And so for this one, it starts off with one instrument. It repeats itself for about 20 seconds before more instruments start to be added in. Um, There is a lot of conjunction with this one, even though they're like these notes are stretched out. There's no like major pauses or anything like that, so it's pretty like well knit together. So in the 30-second mark, you begin to start hearing the motif of the main melody, and the what it is. A lot of it is like this earlier bit is this great sense of calm and whimsy with this piece. And it isn't until the 50-second mark where these instruments begin to get louder and louder, and you begin to see the vision of the film. You you feel it. You know that money shot is coming, and that's when it happens. The 130 mark, you hear the whole melody where the dinosaurs are just all out there. They're just chilling, and you see it. And what I do notice about this piece is that you can feel the romanticism in it with the way that it's played. It's very calm, very it has that whimsy kind of kind of thing to it. So it's sometimes it's a little bit hard to describe romantic music, but it's just that if you hear it, you know that that's what it's going for. So and it utilizes it. It's really great. It's all throughout the piece. The From compared to other composers who try to do modernistic styles, off key kind of notes and things like that. This one definitely is more stuck together, consonants everywhere, the right keys, right notes at the right time. Um, what I do, oh yeah, also there's a choir in this piece. It's like I feel like I kind of knew it was there, but it also caught me off guard. 2 minutes and 26 seconds in, there's a choir at it, and I'm like, okay, get it, dinosaurs, right? And it really definitely shows you that like majestic kind of nature to creatures that don't even exist anymore. Because I think that's like what the point, obviously, it's the point what he's trying to convey. It's like, whoa, these creatures that have been gone for billions of years are right in front of you. And it keeps growing in sound, keeps becoming more grand until the 3 minute and 14-second mark where it begins to die down, and you know that the actors are just gonna start talking. But it wraps up really nicely. It's like a little like chime kind of thing is added into it at the end as it's quiet, as it's wrapping up. So it's really nice. But yeah, I had to choose this composer. I have no idea yet if anybody else has. I'm sure they would have. I mean, it's iconic. It's great. It's definitely classical music, modern classical music at its most well known. I don't know how controversial that is to the classical musical scene, but if you definitely bring some random person out on the street and you compare one of the guys that we've been learning compared to his music, they're gonna know his music more. It's well known, it's awesome, it's really good. It's kind of, I don't know if it's hard to argue, but there's something to it. I don't know if it's like a formula or something kind of with that, but it's really good, really well kept together. I like it. He's my go. And yeah, that's why I chose him. I had to. So I will see you guys next week. I hope everybody has a really good spring break. I'm just gonna be chilling. That's all I'm gonna do. Gonna be packing for when we move also. So wish me luck on that, everybody. And I will talk to you all in 2 weeks. All right.